So this is day 4 of Domino's. By the way, it's 2:27 p.m. I'm finally on my first delivery. It's been kind of slow this afternoon, which kind of sucks. That's not even my issue right now. First couple days, I did really well in tips. I was feeling really good about it. Yesterday, not so much. And the ones that killed me the most yesterday, and I feel like I mentioned it in one of my vlogs yesterday, there's 2 ways that a credit card can be processed. Whether they're calling in, doing it on the app, or doing it on the website, it's all the same on my end. And that's, they can put in a tip while they're ordering their pizza, or they can leave it blank and then write in a tip when the driver delivers. Yesterday, every single one I had where the tip was to be written in, and on those ones, like, I'm given a receipt. I'll show it to y'all in a second here. I need to stop and get gas. I know this is not really something I'm supposed to be doing while I'm on the clock, but it's so slow right now, I don't see it being, out of order. Oh, apparently Circle K is good at maintaining their pumps as they are their soda fountain. That one's out of order as well, and that one just had somebody pull in it. Damn it. And that one's on the wrong side of my gas hole. So, when the customer doesn't put in the tip when they order, which is not unusual, it's like this on about half of them, I end up with a receipt that looks kind of like that, where I've got the total, and then I've got a blank space to write in a tip and write in a total, and then a signature. And I'm not, hey, tip me, write it in there, because that's kind of bad form. But I just have that set up before I hand them their pizza and let them know, yeah, I just need to get your signature on this. And every single one yesterday, including one that was a small pizza party going on at a pool where they ordered well over $60 worth of pizza, no tip at all. First order of the day, total was $22.77. No tip at all. I'm hoping this doesn't become an everyday thing, because I could be working at HelloFresh right now, not putting wear and tear on my car in an air-conditioned warehouse, or a cold storage warehouse where I'm out of this intense heat, staying chilled and making significantly more money. I'm not giving up on Domino's yet, but yeah, not off to a good start today. Well, that just sucked the whole time I was pumping gas. Hey, at least I found my credit card. That's half the battle. Or should I say my debit card, my business debit card. Is yeah, both credit cards I have are not getting me anything at the moment. And that's a separate tragedy that I was working on. I was planning on the way to work today, and then I got sidetracked and didn't explain that. But no, I'm there trying to peacefully pump gas, and some random dude roll by with a minivan with a woman and a whole bunch of kids in the van, like saying something to me, like, I'm trying to pump my gas. Don't be shouting at me, dude. What are you thinking? And he's holding up this ball and goes, "Want to buy some gold?" I'm like, dude, show me your balls. That's just wrong. Since that is a Circle K, I tried to use my Fry's rewards card to get a little discount on the gas, and I could put 12 bucks in, which is frustrating because I put $10 in to deliver yesterday, which I'm not sure if my tips yesterday even covered that, because my tips were so shitty yesterday. But for some reason it told me incorrect loyalty number or something. It didn't let me access my prize points, which sucks, because Friday night I bought over $100 worth of groceries. I definitely got some Fry's fuel rewards coming. Definitely. Frustrated about the gas thing, frustrated about random guy trying to sell me his balls, frustrated about even being disturbed while I'm pumping gas. Frustrated about this guy and his no tip whatsoever. I don't have money for a tip. You don't have money to be buying pizza and having it delivered. As I was rolling out of that apartment where the guy tipped me nothing, and then they had the nerve, like I kind of looked at him, like I wasn't trying to give him an evil look, but I guess I gave him enough of looks like, sorry, I ain't got no money for no tip. Yeah, you have $22.77 for pizza. Come on, it's on a credit card anyway. Just throw a couple bucks on there. Like seriously, $2 would be a 10% tip. I still think 10% is an appropriate tip, although most people don't anymore. Anyway, as I was rolling out, my speaker played this lovely ditty, and it did put me in a better mood.
Whenever life gets you down, keeps you wearing a frown, and the gravy train has left you behind, and when you're all out of hope, down at the end of your rope, and nobody's there to throw you a line. If you ever get so low that you don't know which way to go, come on and take a walk in my shoes. Never worry about a thing, got the world on a string, 'cause I've got the cure for all of my blues. I take a look at my enormous penis, and my troubles start melting away.
Oh yeah, they do.
I take a look at my enormous penis,
And I feel better.
and the happy times are coming to stay.
Oh, God, I hope.
I gotta sing and I dance when I glance in my pants, and the feeling's like a sunshiny day. I take a look at my enormous penis, and everything is going my way.
As long as Priscilla don't let me down when I get back to the place. I learned this one for karaoke.
Look at my enormous penis, and my troubles start melting away. I take a look at my enormous penis.
Welcome back. 3:44 p.m. I'm on my third delivery, which wasn't what was supposed to be my third delivery. I'm not happy about that. And I'll explain that in a second. Second delivery, bad as the first one. It's to a tricky location to get to due to places where you can't turn because of railroad tracks. It was located at the 1900 block of East Jackson, and there was a time before the I-10 freeway and the light rail where that was a real easy location to get to, but now not so much. And then for some reason I was thinking it was the 2100 block, not the 1900 block. So as I was going south on the access road, instead of turning right on Jefferson, I went straight. And then when I realized, like, I double checked the address, and by then, I mean, my only option was keep going across the tracks over to Sky Harbor Industrial Park, whatever the hell it's called these days, Sky Harbor Circle, or turn left onto Washington, and then turn left onto the northbound access road, and then turn left on Jefferson, then left on the northbound access road, then left on Washington. And of course that took way longer than it should have, because I was stuck behind people who don't understand the concept of when they can turn left on red. It's crazy in this city. Like, people will turn right on red without coming to a stop. You're supposed to stop before you turn right on red. They'll turn right on red without coming to a stop, but when it comes to turning left on red, they just sit there, and they sit there, and they sit there, and they don't go. And it's frustrating. So far I'm at 2 deliveries and no tip. I'm headed to one of those flea bag hotels down on Van Buren Street. One of the really nasty ones that at one point in time used to charge by the hour, you know, so you didn't have to spend too much money for, your session with your street lady. It's called the Sure Stay. I got the address too. And yeah, this just screams somebody who's not going to tip whatsoever. In fact, it's this one's a cash ticket, and I gotta. I'm just hoping she actually pays for it, because I don't know what happens if I get a situation where somebody doesn't have to pay for their pizza. And the shitty thing is, I think the other one was like all of a half mile away from the store. The one I was supposed to get, that I'd already assigned myself to, because it was the next one coming up. It was less than a mile from the store, so I'm not having to go all the way down here off of Washington and Van Buren and into this nasty part of town. In like a really nice gentrified area where the person was probably likely to give me a tip, if not a good tip, at least a tip. So far I have not gotten one single tip, not a goddamn one. Just people running stuff on credit cards where there's a place to write in a tip and then they just don't write in anything. Just sign it. So far, working this shift, and it looks like this is the shift they're going to keep me on. I could be wrong. I haven't really looked at next week's schedule. But I can't help but thinking that as shitty as the tips are that I got yesterday, and as shitty as my tips have been so far today, I could do a whole lot better just picking up temp jobs from Wonolo. Because absent tips, this only pays minimum wage, $13.85 an hour. Minus taxes, plus it's paid bi-weekly, so God knows when I'm going to actually fucking receive the check. I ain't got time to wait for that shit. Yeah, I'm certainly rethinking this for sure. But yeah, the one I was supposed to get up in the gentrified area, just north, a little ways northeast of the store. Oh shit, I just missed my turn. Oh, and I probably slowed down too fast. It's gonna dock me some points for braking too quickly. I don't like this tracking software. I find it to be very invasive, and I don't like the idea of an algorithm judging my driver. I can't actually see the conditions of what I'm dealing with. That expects me to know the speed limit on streets where there's no posted speed limit, when the state law is reasonable and prudent, and I'm always driving reasonable and prudent. So, my transmission continues to act not right. Sure stay. It's about a half mile down on the right. I don't know what my driver rating was on my last trip. My battery died. I managed to get Obamaphone 5 to run the Domino's Pizza app, and it seems to do okay with it, which I'm kind of surprised by. I'm all out of data on the iPhone, and the iPhone's been having overheating problems with how freaking hot it is in the daytime. I thought I was going to be driving at night. I'm not liking this driving in the day shit. Yeah, the iPhone's been having overheating issues. Plus, right now, it's on Wi-Fi, and it's super slow Wi-Fi. I'm trying to upload the next chapter of my vlog because I haven't been home enough to deal with that, and I'm getting so behind on it. And granted, that's the least important thing I could be doing right now, but it matters to me. It matters to me. So I'm trying to keep that thing on the Wi-Fi so it can finish. So anyway, I grabbed this. Well, its battery completely died at Priscilla's place. I'm looking for sure stay on the right. I think it's a green sign. I miss being able to read the signs at a distance. By Best Western. That's the only tell name I haven't heard of in quite some time. I wonder if it's the lobby or if for some reason Obamaphone 5 keeps taking it off the pizza app. So I keep having to go back to it. Suite apartment, it doesn't say. So I'm assuming just here in the lobby. Oh, at least she gave me $30 on a $33 order. That was kind of frustrating. I didn't see any. It mentioned the hotel, but it didn't mention the room number in the Domino's Pizza app. It's just a suite apartment, and then it's blank, and it just says, yeah, sure stay. But it was on the ticket, so that's odd. I'm hitting the complete button. So $30 tip. She gave me a $3 cash tip. That's 10%. I mean, when I was growing up, that was considered standard tip, 10%. Of course, now if you tip 10%, you're looked at as a cheap ass, but I'm quite cool with that. That was always a really brain-friendly amount. If you can't calculate 10% on a total, you're really lacking in math skills. That's all right. I'm fine with that. God, it is so hot. I didn't expect to be scheduled for this much day shift and have to deal with this much being out in the heat. And, yeah, not liking this in the slightest. I mean, don't get me wrong, I got air conditioning in my car. It's just not particularly effective. Well, I remembered to bring my cord this time so I could plug Obamaphone 5 in. Of all my Androids, it has by far, well, of all the ones I still have, it has by far the worst battery life. It takes forever to charge, it doesn't hold a charge very well, and just idling, not doing anything on it, it'll die. I don't understand how it uses up so much battery, but I got a sneaking suspicion it has to do with some kind of preloaded, undeletable tracking software put in there by Insurance Wireless, because they're known for doing that kind of dirty shit with the government phone programs. Yeah, it's been a while since I've said it, but it bears repeating. Obamaphone 5 is awful. But my iPhone is over at the store on the Wi-Fi, busy doing something else. And I can't really take it off the Wi-Fi until it's done with that. I tried bouncing it into the car and using my hotspot on Obamaphone 5 to keep it connected to the internet, and some reason YouTube doesn't deal well with that. Like when you switch from one Wi-Fi to another Wi-Fi in the middle of a large upload, it just seems to feel the need to restart you, other than figuring out that it's you and where you're coming from, and adjusting accordingly. I know that's about as first world problem as it gets, but it's still a problem. I notice I'm repeating music that I was listening to the other day on the micro SD card, which makes me wish I'd have brought the other card, but it's at home, and my place is just far enough outside of our delivery area that I won't be there till after my shift, which sucks. So let's see, I started my shift at 1 o'clock and it is now 4 o'clock, so $1 an hour in tips. And let's not forget that I've already dropped like 13, actually I got my receipt right here. In order to do this today, I dropped $11.83 in gas. The day before that, I dropped $10 even in gas. So this is not turning out to be as worth my time as I was hoping it would be. I would much rather be at HelloFresh making food boxes in a nice cold storage area where I'm away from this heat wave. And I can't emphasize it enough. In the last 2 weeks that I've had jobs, Wonolo's just been offering me gig after gig after gig after gig. I really do like the job at the car rental center. You know, as working for MLS, working for Hertz through MLS. I like that job a lot. But I forget what my direct deposit was for 10 hours of work. I had an 8-hour shift plus 2 hours of training, which I'm pretty sure got approved. I saw the email asking for the approval of it. I don't know how to look at my time, at my pay stubs, and I know when I did my onboarding, I asked to receive paper pay stubs, but I haven't received them. So unlike when I got paper pay stubs from K-Power, I'm not able to look at that and see, you know, how much taxes was taken out and break down the numbers. I just know what my total was that I received, which of course I have no way of looking at without my iPhone and checking my email. It seems like it was about $120, $110. And I'm thinking, damn, if that was 10 hours and I'm only scheduled for 40 hours a week and they don't deliver overtime, am I really looking at paychecks of $440 a week? Because, yeah, that's not going to go far with the expenses I have and the debt I have. That's not going to fly, as much as I do love the job. I mean, I'll know better how much money I'm really making when I actually start receiving full paychecks, which, you know, so far I've just got, I say paychecks, I mean full direct deposits. You know, as much as it was an annoyance having to cash the paychecks from K-Power, at least I got a paper pay stub and I could see my numbers. With the direct deposits, I just see the total number when it hits my bank account and hope that shit's correct. I mean, I know there's a way to access it, but I don't know what that way is, and nobody's taking their time to show me, and everybody's too busy that I feel like I'm bothering them if I ask anybody to show me how. I mean, shit, I was trying to explain what was wrong with my last order that I was supposed to take, where I probably would have got a much better tip for doing a much shorter drive, and the next day, so I did the pizza. I was doing the ovens for my own order, did the pizza just fine. That's that simple. Pull it out, throw it on the box, cut it, the box, bam. And I knew where the ticket was, and I'm kind of straight on how to read the tickets in the order that they put them up, which seems backwards to me, but whatever. And the next thing on it was cheesy tots, which again, I'm thrown by all these things that are on the menu at Domino's, because when I last worked for Domino's sold 3 sizes of hand-tossed pizza. That was it. Like, we had some specialty pizzas, like the Pizza Pizza and the Hawaiian and whatnot, but for the most part, it was just pizza. The ovens was pretty straightforward. Like, everything went in an order, and the tickets kind of slide from when they went in to when they went out, kind of the way I described how it would make sense for it to be here, but it's not. And yeah, easy peasy. I mean, now they put like some kind of butter garlic crap around the edge of the crust, like Hungry Howie's does, but without the cheese. And that wasn't a thing either. Like, you just put it in the box, cut it, and send it on its way. Pull the tag, you know, from the closest to you, and it went to the next station, which was in the direction of the tags, which were handwritten back then, by the way. The most challenging thing with the tags back then was reading other people's handwriting. Or if they did check boxes, you know, real sloppy. But anyway, yeah, this one, so she handed me the box. It says, this size box, and just pull it on it. Well, she told me to just pull it on it, but she didn't actually show me how to go about doing it. So, of course, when I followed her directions, which were not very specific, but you just pull it on it and close the box. Well, by just pulling it on it, the way I did it without any more specific direction. I'm really bothered by people that can't give specific directions. And seriously, instead of telling me, why don't you show me so I can see how it's done? If a picture is worth 1,000 words, then live video is worth a million words. And I don't want to hear any words, just show me. But of course, she was too busy to do that. So I just pulled it over. Like she said, I just pulled over, and it all fucking folded in on itself and became a sticky mess. And then somebody walked up, and I said, so how do I fix this? And he goes, oh, well, you can. It's going to have to be remade. And then Samantha got all frustrated and decided to, because she was concerned about what the delivery time was on that order, she actually, I think, canceled the order and then put it in to fake what the actual delivery time is, which is, I mean, I get caring about her numbers as a manager, but that's cheating. Here's a novel concept. You might want better numbers as a manager. Work with your new people better so that they don't make mistakes that causes you to have to spend 10 minutes remaking something. Seems pretty simple and basic to me. Anyway, sorry, I'm pretty frustrated today. I'm not really enjoying this today. So yeah, by doing that, so she dispatched me to the next order, which was ready, which at least I got a tip on it, but it was down to a super sketchy hotel in a sketchy part of Van Buren instead of a nice house in a gentrified area, to somebody else. So I'm not happy about that. I'm hoping things get better. I really am. So I'm back here. It's 4:08. Obamaphone says network unavailable. That's ridiculous. I'm supposed to have 5G service on this piece of shit. At least my battery's up to 16%. Last time it died between the 51 and 24th Street, and it resulted in it not putting my score in on the aggregate of how the stupid app rates my driving, which I guess is good because I was at 100 on the first one, so it's 100. But I mean, that's going to be questionable at the end of the day. It's like, oh, you're 100. Wait, it only shows you did one delivery. You did more than that. What are you doing? Just using cheap phones because I'm not making enough in tips to buy a better phone. All right, this one's a lot closer. That was. Oh, god damn it! My battery's dead on my speaker already. Like when it just stops like that, that means the battery's dead. I fully charged it the other day too. Well, that sucks. Now I not only sweating my ass off in here, but I have no fucking tunes. I'm trying to convince myself it's not a good day to just say fuck this and go home. But it's awfully tempting to just say fuck this and go home. The stupid Domino's app didn't track my last trip either. And I have no idea why, other than, you know, when I rolled in and I looked down, it said no network available or something like that. But I mean, how is that? That's not my fault. My fault that this is a substandard phone and that's what I'm being provided, and Assurance Wireless has substandard service. It's not my fault. I told her, I said, well, if nobody's tipping me, I can't exactly afford to buy a better phone. I said, and at this point, I've already put $12 in gas and I've received $3 in tips. I'm losing money here. So I could be working through Wonolo doing warehouse jobs, making $17 an hour right now. It's like, well, I don't know. If it's not tracking, you're going to get rode up, and then you're not going to have a job here. I'm like, well, if I could be making more money off Wonolo right now, I don't see how that's a bad thing. She looked at me funny, but because my car is in that weird space between first and second where it's like it's not exactly neutral because it propels the car, but it's not exactly right either. It's going to be on the right side towards the end of the block. I'm good at finding addresses, but I'm not good with this stupid app, and I'm not good with all this new stuff that they've added to the menu that I don't know how to deal with, that everybody assumes I know how to deal with. I just get being pushed into dealing with, and I'm kind of blocking the driveway, but I'm going to their place, so I should be all right.